Okay, so it wasn't just me. Am I back? Hello? Tap, 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 tap. Is this thing on? You can hear me just fine? Okay. I'm actually surprised my music didn't cut out on that. It's nice to know that that buffers a little bit at least. Hi! I'm sorry, people. And looking at my phone, I see there were some couple of things that didn't come through. My map only needed to reload once, yes. And Acquire said knock on wood, and I had to see those on my mobile device because none of this is picking stuff up. Reload player. Alright, you can go down there. A wild Spinnerack has appeared if anybody wants it. Oh, that tree was almost too fat for that machine. Yes. You are very correct on that. Spinnerack was caught by Prelude. Yay, get going. Mousy, is it snowing? Oh, wait. It's 0. Well, it can still snow when it's 0. Uh, Interesting. It is a very nice temperature out. Am I on that tree? I can't tell. I think I am. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave that one there for the moment. So I can hopefully find the trunk. There it is. Perfect. Alright, so I should be able to get that cleared and fit that garage in here. Now I'm also trying to clear some of this, like I said, to get the roadway that I want over here to make getting to my house a little bit easier. It's not going to be making getting up to those top fields easier, but I am also going to be putting fields in over here once I flatten it all out. Whee! That's another biggin tree. Alright, so we'll bring you back over here. Oh. We'll bring you there to grab the wood. When you were beside those logs, you could use the head of the machine to pull the logs closer together to make more of a pile. Probably could. But where's the fun in that? This way you guys get to watch me suffer driving tractors. Please tell me the tractor has a cage around it. It should? I don't think this tractor had the um, options to add cages. I think this trailer is full. The log would have broken the window. Yes. Alright. I think this is telling me this trailer is full because it won't add any more to it. We'll go empty the trailer. We'll grab the rest of those logs. And then we'll see what we can do about putting in the... Oh, the only problem about the reset of this is now I don't know how long I've been going. What time is this? So I started at 12:30-ish. Okay, about 2 hours. I can go a little longer. I actually have... I'm finding with this, I have the energy to go longer. It's a very nice, relaxing game. If you're finding one task too much, you can always change. That's why what we like about this also. Yeah, exactly. I like this. I know, I like weird music. And I've always liked weird music. Alright, there's 30,000 liters in there. These two fields gave me 300,000 liters of grass. I probably have enough grass to start with some sheep. So I think after we put in this garage and then maybe play with some roads. At some point, I'm going to have to buy an implement to cut in fields. Because I'm going to have to cut in fields right where I'm working. There's a dozer with a blade attachment to cut in fields. True, true. Or, or I have a mech. I have a mech that I can use to start to cut in fields. Why use a dozer when you can use a mech? And you're thinking, Dragon, what do you mean? What do you mean there's a mech? It doesn't have a plow. It's got that mulcher. It's got the mulcher that cuts in fields. I have a mech. Alright, so, nope. Construction. Flatten. Soften that. You can confirm the gemstone pack is gone. I'm sorry, baby. I have a floating tree now, but that's fine. You got a few cool new ones, though? That's cool. If I leave it forward, I can put a few solar panels behind it. I can add a solar panel to this. Yes. And we don't want it white. Let's go. Yeah, because that'll kind of match that. This one, if you're not mistaken, snap to grid and do not turn on free placement. Exactly. Snap to grid is that button. There. Yeah, trees floating, that's fine. I can get rid of that. I now have room to do a roadway along the edge. Oh, I forgot to, lights on. I like these. I do like these buildings. Perfect. Now I have room to park a few things. Like these. These can now be parked down in here. Alright, so let's save. Alright, and now we're going to rebuy that quad. Okay, it's not a quad, but it's close enough to a quad. You know what? I think I'm going to do the storage box over the gun rack. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna put some sheepies down here. Construction, aminals, sheep. I think I'm going to put the building here and then just kinda turn this entire thing into a pasture for them. Nope, that's not what I want. That's much bigger. I don't mind that one. Something with a pasture, though. It's not what I wanted to do. I think the facing the water, and then you put your pasture along the edge of the road. Yeah, now though that it auto set something down on me. Pisses me off. Yeah. Oh, I did not mean to close right out of the entire game, but that works too. And I had just saved before that, so that's not bad. Let's take this moment to hydrate. It's almost noon where I am. If you have meds, please take them. Oh, good call, Prelude. Yes, med check. Stretch check if you need to stretch. Interesting. I was watching this TikTok the other day, and there was a child prodigy with music using computer aided programming to add the drums and synth and the whole nine yards. And his parents would give him a song that they know that he hasn't heard and let him listen to just the lyrics. Now, the lyrics were being sung, so he knew the basic tune to the song, but there was nothing else. It wasn't done purposely, but I'm not going to complain about that. Um, and they've shown a few of him how he goes through It is. And it was going through on, how he was going to add this, and then he needed to change it and add the length to it, and then add this, and then layer it with this, and his favorite his favorite drum sound, and add that, and over that, and it comes out pretty damn close to the original song, and it's wow. All right, so we're not gonna go buy the Can-Am. We're just going to go like this. That Can-Am is a thorn in my side. You think I should add the sheep facing the water? No, but if I add the sheep facing the water, it's harder for me to get to deal with adding the food. If I place it along here, it's easier for me to add the food. Yes, it's easier to put down. I'm not using the lazy distribution. I actually kind of like that building there. I think that building kind of fits that. Let's see what else there is. Not quite what I'm looking for. I think I'm going with that building, to be honest. And I almost think... Hmm, yeah, I don't think we need to go to the store, baby. We have... I know we were talking about it. No, that's not the one I placed before, no. I don't think we need to go to the store. We have stuff for tonight. That's not the one that messed up the ground, no. We have the stuff for tonight for supper. At worst, I walk over tomorrow. Now, this may not give me a pasture. I don't think this one gives me a pasture. Yes, yes, start a game. Go for it. And even if this doesn't give me a pasture, that's fine. I know they weren't. That is definitely not what it was supposed to do. Alright, but let's go and see why it did that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower it. Hey, Loopy. How you doing? Alright, so I am going to lower this. I do not like that. So go back into this. Doing decent. I am not happy that things around this game are not working the way I want them to. Can I change the shape? I can. You were surprised since the internet cut out and you came back and everything on your computer was dead? Oh no! I am sorry to hear that. So I'm going to do this like this, just so I know there's enough room for it. And then I'm going to soften the edges a little bit. Actually, I need to... Nope, that's not what it was supposed to do. I just made a right mess of that. How is the game misbehaving? Ha 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 ha, how is it not? Um, it hasn't done a single thing that I've wanted it to do. One of the mods that I updated failed, so that was causing issues. And then I had 2 chainsaws that were misbehaving and kept freezing. so making me not be able to do what I was trying to do because I couldn't cut down trees. Flattening failed. All right, that's nice. Oh, and then my internet dropped. What are you trying to flatten? There is nothing for you to flatten. There. Hopefully they get it fixed soon. I don't think it was as much of a them thing as it is a me thing, but that's fine. It's working currently, so I'm not going to complain. I don't think this will let me see the sheepies. Okay, so it lets me put grass in. So let's go get grass. I really need to clean up my work area. One of the maps that I found on this, now that is a map from Brazil, which is a very pretty map. That I might want to play on. There's quite a few maps from the South Americas that I've looked at that the landscape is just phenomenal on. Not that I've seen. I'm not saying there aren't. I haven't looked that closely. But that's what made me think of the one from Brazil is like, hey, I can look to see if there's one from Guatemala. Because then I can say, hey, Loopy, from your experience driving around your country, how realistic does this look? Because I've looked at some of the maps from North America, some of the ones from Canada even, and they're not bad. They're actually pretty realistic. I know the one fire hunting game that I used to play with Monty's brother had forest areas from that have been recreated from real areas, and that's not tree for tree recreation by any means, but the entire of the landscape is pretty much recreated, and it was very accurate as to, hill formations and rock formations in specific areas that were used as landmarks. Do ba diddy bitty bum diddy body dum be dum body be dum be dum bum bum be dum be. Forward. Hey, April. How are you doing? I think you could do a good job of recreating it. It would be fun for sure to see all the mountains come alive. Yeah. You're doing pretty okay. I'm glad you're at least pretty okay. Welcome in. Happy Monday. This is actually holding a lot more grass than I was going to give it credit for, guys. I might have to go get a second load. This holds 100,000 liters, and I only put 6 in. It's gonna be a few trips or a bigger trailer. I could if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to. You got so much work done on the server over the weekend, you can't wait for me to see it? Nice. Uh, okay, let's get a couple of sheep in here anyway. Open animal dialogue. Will that truck load and deliver? Oh, I see what you're saying. I can try. What kind of sheepies do I want? Do I want Merino? Suffolk? Mountain? I don't want goats. The fluffy kind, yes. I don't want goats. The cute kind, okay. See, I don't want to get too many not knowing if I'm going to see them. Let's go with Suffolk. We'll get 5 females and 1 male to start. Because there's no sense getting too many to start if I don't get to see them. And I don't get to see them. That makes me sad, because I don't think I can open this door. No, it won't let me open that door. Alright. This barn may not be here next time, folks. Or I might just do another sheep pen. I might do a second sheep pen along here. Have you seen the fluffy pigs? They have thick curly hair. I have seen them. I've also seen the little kitties that have that same type of thick curly hair. No, that's not what I want. I want this. I want that. I want create job. I want deliver. Load and deliver. Distribution center, yes. Grass, yes. Unloading. It'll take it to the animal dealer, but it will not take it to the barn. Hmm. That makes me sad. Alright, that's fine. I might just get a bigger trailer. What trailers do I currently own? Oh, nope, this. How big are you? You're 12,000. I could bring grass down the next time I cut it. That's what I might just do. Next time I cut the grass, I'll just bring it down and unload it in there using my grassland trailer. Alright, that solves that problem. And then I can keep it topped up. Whether or not now I can use this one to gather the wool, we'll find out. I'm hiding. Alright, let's take a few more trees from here so I can pave this the way I want to. So, as before, we will shave down as much of the brush there as we can. Turn on more. John Cena intensifies. Yes, yes, you can't see me. Surprisingly, he was one of my favorite wrestlers before he became a popular wrestler. Uh, I think one that got too much time that I didn't really like was Batista, but that's just me. That man has an unreasonable amount of charisma. Yes, yes, he does. Yeah, he did a video a few months ago with Jolly, and it was fabulous. Cool. Okay. I have definitely made things difficult for myself here. So I think I need to do a lot of logging before I start doing too much more ground removal. Alright, I'm sorry. This song is on the annoying side. You actually like Batista, but you've also watched a bunch of documentaries about his life, and part of why he came off so tilted on the mic is that he has debilitating anxiety about speaking in public. I get that. I get that to the fact that I too kind of have that. And for a drama kid, that didn't do me much good. No, it doesn't. Doesn't do much. No. So what I started to do then, as a drama kid, I started doing the lights, the light boards and stuff. And my teacher was perfectly happy with that because somebody had to do it. You managed to get over your mind mostly, or rather learn to fight through it? Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing. I have kind of gotten through it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. You blanked out during some presentations? Yeah. Yeah. Let's at least lift the mower. Alright, so that's in a good spot. Someone's got to do it. I did props and costumes. I'm sad I can't see the sheep over there. I'm gonna have to put a second pasture over there, I think. I do like that building. I want to keep that building. I am going to have to add a second pasture over there. I am. I have come to that decision. I'm just not going to fight with it on stream. You used to run an adult sports tournament around the country, and when you were first involved with the organization, you would just sit in the corner reading a book because you didn't know how to talk to anyone. 9 years later, you're at the center of national tournaments coordinating hundreds of people. Nice. And what particular sports was April running a tournament for? Because I know you said you do some running, or did some running, and found it wasn't for you. Kickball. Oh, cool. Actually, that's one sport I didn't mind in high school. Until you got the ball in the face, that is. There, no more offending floating tree. I can't have that. This isn't Minecraft. Okay, sorry. This is heavily modded Minecraft. Thankfully, you had rules against intentionally throwing a ball at people above the shoulders, and didn't happen often. Yeah. Well, they tried not to do that in high school, but you know how, high school kids are. Unless you were diving or sliding or doing something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. And yes, there is something I can buy to get rid of these stumps. I like doing it by hand. You managed to hit a teacher in the back of the head with a volleyball? Ooh. I'm pretty sure that, that wouldn't have been the first time, but I'm also pretty sure that the teacher probably didn't appreciate it. Okay, so I need to cut more brush so I can see the trees I am going after. You had a classmate who somehow could spike the ball off your head even if you were on the opposite side of the gym. Oh no, I know it's not funny, but yeah, I get that. I get the feel of that. There's a lot here that I have to cut down to get this all down to that level. Hey Wario, how you doing, buddy? Let's take this over to that side. We'll go pick up those logs. See, I'm surprised that April was more surprised that I knew Mysterio than me knowing Wario. You had good aim. The girl you was working with did not and was scared of the ball. I aimed properly, but she dodged the ball. Oh no, instead of heading it back. You're playing Hytale, just added a mod that lets you make the unfinished weapons in the longsword club and spear. Messing about with the club at the moment. Nice! I have yet to play Hytale. I'm debating it. But I'm also knowing the amount of money it's going to cost, and I don't know if I want to put that into that or if I want to put that money into here. Because there is a DLC pack that I'm loosely thinking of getting. Standard edition is 15 US, so about 20-ish Canadian. I think. I'm actually scared to think of how much this is actually going to cost Canadian with the way things are going right now. House Flipper DLC, yeah, I know. Nope, not unfold. Fold. A wild panpour has arrived. If anyone wants to try and catch it, that's that monkey-looking thing, right? Knee deep in Portia and can't wait to start Sandrock, both of which are huge games. Yeah, it's already got a big modding support. Water Monkey, yeah. I knew it's got a pretty good modding support, honestly. Um, I've heard other creators talking about some of the mods and altering the mods and making their own mods, which is kind of cool. Um, uh, Prelude, you might be right. I might need to get that other thing here to get rid of these grasses. Oh, unfold. Start. You love Portia and Sandrock. They are such cute, relaxing games. I want to start Sandrock so bad, but you know that the quality of life changes are so major. You won't finish Portia. Yeah. In that one view, it looked like your mower was not on the ground. Oh, it was on the ground. I had to put it down in order to get up over the edge. Mousie's been watching a YouTube series, finished their Porsche run, now watching the Sandrock. Yeah. I tried Sandrock, and I did. It just, the constant crafting, and crafting to crafting, and that it's not. And me playing crafty games is one thing, yes, but you couldn't automate it, and that's where I was having the issues. Is none of it could be automated. Your time at Evershine is coming soon too. Ooh. Okay, so we'll go out of there. We'll go into here. Actually, I should look into that other trailer, that other tractor. It was. What's this? Tractors are required to pull trailers and tools. Interesting. Was it this one? I think so. It was the Raptor 300, right, Prelude? It can, but only very late game for you. You enjoy the grindy stuff. Yeah. Now, is it the regular one or the Gidget? We'll get the Gidget. Oh, this thing only goes 12 kilometers an hour. Okay, so let's so that is not cutting it. Okay, so turn off mulcher's going. It's not doing the mulching. Might have to change position of the head and level it up. It doesn't give me the option to change position of the head. That's the thing. It's either lift or lower. I'm sorry, they're right up. You saw. Looks like it would work. No, no, that's fine. Maybe try the other head. Yeah, I can do that. Nope, not. Detach. Worse, I just sell it again. Okay, so this one allows me to adjust. So lower mulcher, turn on mulcher. Okay, so that's getting rid of it. Turn off tillage. All right, this one works. So now we will get you to auto drive to there. You can at least do that by yourself, right? Good. So that means I can sell. Nope. I can sell the Gidget. Let's place a couple of roads along here, I think. Because I can at least... No, I want to get rid of this first, which means I need to do some more forestry first. Alright, never mind. Let's play with a different sheep pen, maybe. See, I can put this one down, like this, now with that building, and it'll look like the sheep are for both buildings. This one needs water, but that won't be bad. Oh, wow. Boy, did that mess things up. That's fine. I will play with the ground after. The new roads look like green. They level the ground. Yeah, no, I agree to that. I also want to make sure, though, I have things leveled the way I'm wanting first. Yes. Okay, so now that that's the pasture, I need to go into here, need to at least soften. There, that actually doesn't look too bad. Why did you get stuck there? Where are you, and why are you there? Can't trust. Mm, that's upsetting. That makes me very upset. Uh, just because you're capable of going off-road doesn't mean to say you should. And as Zermeral has appeared, if anybody wants it, Okay, let's try that again. You know what? We'll set your destination to there. Like that. I shouldn't need to babysit you. So you need water and food. Okay, so can I, under construction, oh yeah, I was gonna build a lake in there too. I still can. Maybe. At this point, I'm not sure I want to mess with it. There. There, you have water. Good. How much food do you hold? You hold 30,000 liters. Okay, let's drop that. What we're gonna do before we finish stream, we're gonna go get a trailer full of food and bring it over there. We'll get some sheep. And then I need to make sure I have some sort of a vehicle that can transport wool. Mind you, there's nothing on this island that I can do anything with the wool besides sell it anyway, but that can change depending on what I want to build after I get rid of all these trees. So I know this will hold all of the grass that I have. Sorry for the late replies, lurking a bit since you're not feeling great and have this on your third monitor. Ooh. At least I'm on one of the monitors and not just a tablet or something. Okay, fill, grass, go. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm so sorry, Nomi. No, I know you're on the third monitor all by myself. Wow. I had to throw in a jab at Nomi. I don't get to jab Nomi very often. But Naomi knows I love them. I didn't even bug Nomi in somebody else's stream last night that they were modding in. So, you know. Alright, so how much grass do I need? This one holds... It's not going to tell me. I think that one said 100,000, and I don't remember how much the other one held. But it's got 1,000,000 water in it. I don't think I need more than 200,000 liters of grass, so we'll stop that. If anyone's wondering, this trailer holds 5 million liters. Shh. I get lazy. The thing with this game, I find, and I'm finding it easier to stream, is there's other things that I can keep jumping back and forth, and I have been. And I'm finding it harder to do that with Minecraft and still keep a flow in the game. And at least this, it's what a farmer might do, is to keep their flow going, is do a little bit of this, and oh, before the day ends, I need to go do a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and then by the time you know, it's 5 hours later. Look at the barge. Oh, don't drive off the edge looking at the barge. That's probably where I could sell my wool, is at the barge. That's where I'm probably going to sell all the extra grass, too, to be honest. Okay, so let's drive close, and maybe one of these will say unload. Aha! Dump grass. This is like playing with Micro Machine toys, only better. Yes. Okay, so that's full. That water is full. I've seen some YouTubes, or not YouTube, Twitch streams of there's a guy in his basement. He's built a large sandbox in his basement, and him and his buddy play with remote control backhoes and excavators and all of that. Um, just driving dirt back and forth using the remote control cars. And they have thousands of viewers because they find it so interesting, and I think that's absolutely great. You've seen stuff like that before? Yeah. That truck should not be running. You can stop running now. You wanted the RC excavators and dump trucks and bulldozers for years? Yeah. Okay, so you have food. You are starting to get... what I might do for this... Actually, I think this would look cool with some wool in here. I might not put that on that one. But I might put the wool collection on here. Place over pallet spawn, toggle free mode if required, set production chain to distribute. When placing, the invisible version of the pallet loading point is the same size as the extra large warning stripes. I will place food in here, but I think I need this to auto pick up. Free mode on. And then we'll come in here and we will select and we will put that on distribute. We will set that to active. We will go over to the distribution center and we will keep for now, but we will set it to keep. And we'll see how fast that fills. Let's buy some sheep fur in here. So we did the Suffolk. We will grab. Yeah. Oh no, let's do a mountain sheep. We'll do. I don't know. We got 380 in here. We'll do 2 different types of sheep in here, maybe. We'll do 50 female. And we'll do 5 male of you. And then we'll do 5 male of you. And then we'll do 50 female of you. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks better. So now I have the building and the sheep in the pasture. I do like how that looks. Now I'll probably come down and decorate this a little bit at some point, putting some hay bales along the side. Can I customize you? I cannot, but I could probably put other solar panels on it. Okay, so let's check this. Productivity over there is full of food. This one is full of water, full of grass. The meadow is doing the meadow things. There we go. I am happy with that. I don't need that invisible. So that will put the wool in over there. For now, this wool is going to fill. I wonder if you paint the meadow a little bit more, if that would help. I don't know. A wild apom has appeared. So construction. Painting. Grass, dry, grass cut, grass clover. Oh, wait, you mean with the plants. Right? That's what you meant? Alright. We'll make that bigger. We'll make it round. You're right, because all of the stuff that I did got rid of the meadow. Let's go a little bit thicker meadow. Nobody caught the aipom. No one tried to catch it. Well, there is that, yeah. There. That should help in the long run. You're right, Prelude. That was a good call. I think I got it all. That looks better. So now that will fill in time. Perfect. What does painting the meadow do, or is it purely aesthetic? Uh, well, because I took away grass, I'm putting the grass back in. So now they have the choice of eating the meadow grass, like they're doing, nope, there. Yes, I found a zoom mod. So see, that one's eating the meadow grass, and these ones are eating the grass that I put in. So it just gives them a choice as to what they want to eat, and it does diversify their diet, and in some cases, ooh, that does make a change of the amount of wool they're giving. With the cattle, it gives a difference in the quality of milk they give. So I might come down here now and do some pellets of wool if I can find them. I'll do like some um, hay bales and whatnot. Loopy's taking notes. Whose is that from, Loopy? I keep looking for one like that. Oh, 7TV noted. All right, got it. I I wish Twitch would let me have um my own emotes. Oh well. Could be worse. I don't know if it's just a single emote I want, Clara, because I know you can do it in yours, and you would for me, and I appreciate that. It's more of the fact that, although I've put in all of the hours and the stream stuff that anybody else has, is just because I can't accept the payments and stuff, I'm in essence feeling kind of punished for, looking out for myself in other aspects. Are you driving that turned on? No, I thought of it and I decided not to. It's like I do have 7TV and BTTV emotes set. And I like the ones that I have. It's just I keep seeing, all of these cool emotes that people have, and they've worked hard for it, and rightfully so, and built up their communities to have these fun emotes. It's just I've done that as well, and I don't have the same availability to show that I have worked that hard to. All because I want to keep the type of income I've got coming in steady. I am not squirreling. I am not squirreling over cookies. Without hovering over them, whose are they? Well, one's Claire's, and I'm pretty sure the other one is Scotsman's. That one's Tango's. I knew that. He wouldn't recognize the. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like it's part of the server I play on. The squirrel, I believe, is Scotsman's. Alright, so we'll pick that back up. I guess I need to go to the right side of it to pick that back up. The squirrel's Tango's? Oh, alright. I'm hungry all of a sudden. And I mean, I'm very hungry all of a sudden. I guess I've got some cookies down here I can eat. Alright, let's turn on the cruise control on this, because it's going to get my fingers tired if I don't. Let's also up the cruise control a little bit. Alright, I do like how that looks with all the sheep in there. See, I had the right idea of having all of the sheep in there. So that looks good with that building there. It's just sad that I have to have the two different points, but it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, this is like trying to pour molasses uphill in January in North America. You think this might be one of those machines? Cough, cough. This should have been trailered. Cough, cough. Yeah, it's a trailer queen. Yeah. You're not wrong. Okay, so let's uh, turn on mulcher, lower mulcher, and turn off tillage. Smaller maps are okay, not larger maps. Nope, and I agree. But this doesn't seem like it's that overly large of a map, to be honest. But okay, so lift mulcher, lower mulcher. Uh, you are still on, so at least I think you're still on. No, you're not. Uh, why are you not mulching? So now you're being picky. All right. Having the hardest time staying awake might pop out for a 10-minute nap. See if that works. All right. If I don't see you in a bit, it was on. Yep. If I don't see you in a bit, Loopy, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your nap. I'm probably going to be ending stream here soon. I fell asleep and someone will need to yell at me to wake up. Okay. Yeah. Go nap. It is a fancy looking lawnmower. It's just making it so I can actually see the tree that I'm trying to um, the trees that I'm trying to cut down. All right, there. So many different ways to cut grass in this game. I didn't notice. Do you know if that one actually chopped the trees? I haven't tried. I could try. There's a couple of smaller ones here that it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Lower, turn on, lower. Um, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to drive through a tree. Unless it removed the tree, which is in itself a possibility. Wait, was that removing that grass? That was removing that grass. So, okay, so it is doing something. So let's lift that back up, turn that back off. Now the real test. I think that tree may no longer be there. That tree is no longer there. Oh, those aren't cookies. These are cookies. We'll take a look. Okay, well the tree is still there, but it's not there. Alright, so now I have glitch trees. Oh no, it's there. It's there, but it's not there. Okay, so then let's try this. Yep. You like the idea of the chainsaw? Get close to see how far you can look. Yeah. Wait. So it was there. Cut the tree and left some of it. Yeah. Can I? Interesting. Gone. Perfect. Perfect. All right, you know what? I think that's going to be a good spot to leave it. Let's see who's streaming. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the lurk. It's appreciated more than you guys may know. Um, there are people I could raid, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna today. I'm just gonna fade. Thank you all for being here. I hope the rest of your Monday goes extremely well. I should be back on Thursday. I don't know what I'm gonna stream. Maybe this some more. You might be able to see where I got in this. But yeah, have yourselves a great rest of your day. Please, friends, take the time to contact those that you haven't heard from in a little while. So, say hi, how's it going? See how they're doing. You never know whose day you're gonna make, whose life you're gonna save. Um, let them know you love them. That's all it takes. Even you contacting them lets them know that you care. And all of you, I care. I care about all of you. I care that you are all here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. That being said, as I go, as always, if you can't be good,